So today I have a very raw talking video for you guys. There will be not a lot of edits in here. There will be a video to sit through to watch it in full, but I believe that the ones who do will benefit massively of this. And I know this might not get a lot of views since it's not the flashy edits and the clickbaity titles or the ICT strategies that I used to talk about, but I decided to make a change on here. I know it is difficult for you guys to find useful information out there that is not all orientated on clicks or orientated on views. I want to switch it around and make really educational content for you guys starting today, or basically starting the last video where I made the Notion template completely free. So today we will talk about the no BS guides on how to pass your prop firm challenge. And before we start, I really want you to know that you know what it is, what kind of journey you start on. With trading, basically there will never be a guarantee of payout. There will never be a guarantee of making it in the game. And that can be very frustrating and can be very hard for some people. You can go through years and years and years investing money, investing time without getting a single dime out of it. And this can cause a lot of pain, a lot of disbelief in yourself, and sometimes you just lose focus on the outcome. You lose focus on becoming a profitable trader and what it is you started for in the first place. So to overcome all of that, I'm going to take you with me on some incredible insights today. Psychology-wise, strategy-wise, risk management-wise, basically everything that you need to pass your prop firm challenge, to become a profitable trader, and to get your first payout out of the markets. So first of all, we have to understand what is the business we are competing with. And of course, it is a you versus you game, but in a prop firm challenge, if it is not an A-book prop firm, you're basically competing against a firm. And what is an A-book prop firm? An A-book prop firm is a legitimate prop firm where they allocate the money that you are given also on a real account. So basically you're trading with real money and they're only making money whenever you are making money. So that 30% cut that they're taking or the 20% cut that they're taking, that's literally going to their bank accounts. And the 70% cut that you're taking is going to be paid out to you. But on a B-book prop firm, basically all the internet prop firms that are out there, they're making money on the back end of people losing challenges. They're not simulating your money onto a real account. It's all demo money. You will still get paid out just the same as an A-book prop firm, but the monetization system is just a little different. People have been asking me what prop firm I would recommend nowadays. It would definitely be Blue Guardian. They have one of the best prices in the game. They offer an 85% profit split. They do bi-weekly payouts. But what I love the most is that they have this awesome feature and it's called the Guardian Protector. It's an equity protector that will literally help you overcome your psychological struggles of overtrading and over risk. The support is available 24/7 and they have no restrictions at all on lot sizes, hedging, trade copiers, EAs, you name it. I've done my research and I've yet to find someone that doesn't agree with me. So I would say check out Blue Guardian if you want a reliable prop firm, link in the description. Now that we know that we make money when they lose money and they make money when we lose money, now that we know that is okay, let's take a look at the rules that they give us in order for us to fail. So these 10% targets, the 5% drawdown limits, the time limits that there used to be, luckily not anymore. And I think nowadays these are the two most important ones. The drawdown limit and the daily drawdown limit. And the target, so the three things. The time was a very, very huge factor that would cause you to overtrade, that would cause you to try and pass a challenge very, very quickly. And the people that are trading since that time, they will still have troubles nowadays with overtrading and revenge trading most probably, since they tried to pass their challenges very, very quickly. And now it is not necessary anymore, but it is programmed inside of you right now. But the most important thing is the target and the drawdown target. So the drawdown target is basically just a limit on there where you know, okay, whenever I hit this target, it's not that big of a deal in the end. It's just $500 that I invested into it, or 200, 300, but it takes me away further from my desired outcome. So if my desired outcome is getting a payout, most of the time that is the first thing that you want to do, because that it will be the first step to becoming a profitable funded trader, is that first payout. Now, you don't want to hit that daily drawdown limit or that overall drawdown limit, because this means you will have to start over your challenge from day one again. All of the profits, all of the trouble, all of the extended work that you've put into it, it's all gone. It's all wiped away. You're starting over. Well, if you are just trading a normal account, not a prop firm challenge, if you lose 10%, it doesn't matter. If you lose 20%, it doesn't matter. You don't have to start over. All of your progress is still there and you can slowly build your way back up to it. But a prop firm is so gamified that whenever you hit that target, it's all done. You have to start over. And that can be very, very difficult. It also works the other way around. You want to hit a 10%, 8% target, and you want to hit it so badly because this is the thing that is in between you and your desired outcome. It's that phase 1. Passing that phase 1. Whenever phase 1 is passed, the whole game starts over right at phase 2. Even though the target is lower, the psychology principles remain the same. You want to pass that 5% target in order to get your desired outcome. And then let's say phase 1 and 2 are getting passed. Now there is no magical number between you and your desired outcome. But now all of a sudden the psychology of making real money comes into the play. You know, every dollar that you're going to make right now is going to be a possible payout. And this again takes a toll on your psychology for you to overtrade, over risk, and trying to get the most out of it to get your desired outcome as quickly as possible. So the first thing that you need to do is really controlling the mind games of trading. That is the first thing, if that's not even hard enough, controlling the mind games of prop firms. So always remember, when stepping into a trade, when stepping into a new trading day, these targets are set there to make me fail. I'm not going to look at the targets, not at the profit target, not at the drawdown targets. I'm just going to take good trades. That is the only important thing. If you're taking good trades and if you have a 50% win rate, 40% win rate, you will get there eventually. There is no time limit left. So what the hell, even if it takes 6 months, what does it matter? If you then get your desired outcome, you will be there anyway. You always have to remember that the best shortcut is to stop taking shortcuts. So if now for the next 6 months, you're going to fail 6 challenges, or you're just going to take one very, very slowly, and then you eventually pass it, you tell me which one is better. So in trading, around 70 to 75% of the traders never see a payout. And this is without any rules. This is just with brokers. Now let's take that into perspective and throw a bunch of rules on there. Of course, the percentage is going to be even lower. I've made a video last year talking about my forex funds. I always used to trade with my forex fund until they got shut down, unfortunately. But they had their stats on their website of how many traders passed. And if I can remember, out of the 5,000 traders or something, it was like 3 people got a payout. Let that sink in, right? Really put it into perspective, the amount of traders that go into a challenge, phase 1, phase 2, and the amount of people that eventually get that payout. Could be something more, could be something less, but it was a really shocking number coming out of the first pool, going out to the people that got that payout. I would say now the numbers might be a little bit higher. People are getting better. Restrictions are getting a lot easier. So I would expect from the 5,000 traders that at least 200 to 300 people get a payout out of this right now. But still, it is a very, very small amount of the people that started in the first place. So the reason why people fail, I found that there are 3 main components to this. First one is your strategy or the lack of. Second one is your risk management, and the third one is your psychology. Most of the time, these last 2, psychology and risk management, are going hand in hand. So really right now, I want you to take a pen and paper and go over the last prop firm challenges that you've taken. Review them and see where it went wrong. Where your trades all out of order, nothing in common with each other, then it is your strategy. Did you lose a lot of trades on one day and that made you blow your account? Your psychology and risk management. Did you start at revenge trading? Again, a little bit of the same example of the last one. Then it's your psychology. But figure out which one you're struggling with, and I will give you a game plan to overcome each one. And by the way, guys, if you're really serious about trading and if you're really serious about making this your profession, then I would say check the link in the description. I'm offering a one-on-one mentorship. It's literally you and me on a Zoom call, 45 minutes a week, where we go over your problems and see how we can fix them. You can book a free consultation call with one of my client managers. Link is in the description. So for the strategy, it is very, very, very important to stick to one plan instead of hopping strategies. That is a common issue that I see with a lot of beginning traders, is that they have a strategy and then they trade it for maybe 10 to 20 trades. And let's say their win rate is around 30%, 25%. And okay, it's not that great, I agree with you, but they change strategies after only having it tested for 20 trades. So what I want you to do is to not be this trader and to really take a strategy, test it for 100 trades. I want you to backtest this for 100 trades, also live test this for 100 trades on a demo account or whatever it is. And I know 99% of you won't do this, but the 1% that will do this will have a very solid strategy in place. Change along the way. And with change along the way, I don't mean add a lot of confluences on there or take away a lot of confluences, because now you're still strategy hopping, but tweak. For example, you're entering on the 50% of the FIB. You see, okay, 7 out of 10 times the 70% also gets hit. Okay, change your entry to the 70%. Stop loss, it was underneath the candle that makes the fair value gap. I see it gets stepped out a lot, move it underneath the swing low. Little tweaks like this. And you will need skin in the game to make these changes. You need to see these trades play out. You need to backtest a lot. And guys, remember, you can be profitable with any strategy. Literally any strategy. You can do SMC, you can do ICT, you can do support and resistance, you can do supply and demand, trading all the blocks, trading solely fair value gaps, trading Bollinger Bands, trading moving averages, trading volumes, whatever it is, you can be profitable with any strategy. The only thing that you need to do is make sure you test it a lot, make sure you know the strategy inside out, and make sure you stick to it every single trade. Now for risk management. Risk management is not a problem if your psychology is in check. So let's say your psychology is in check, because that will be the next topic. Psychology is in check, risk management. There are two ways to approach a challenge, and I've always been preaching this. You have the aggressive way and you have the assertive way. Now, in my personal experience, the thing that I love to do most lately is just buy a bunch of challenges, buy like 3-4 at the same time, and just go high risk on all of them. The way I do it is I risk 2%. If I lose that trade, I start risking 1%. If I lose that trade again, I go to the next account. So basically I have 2 losses in a row before I go over to the next account. If I have a losing streak of 4, and I have to say that my biggest losing streaks are around 4 or 5 if my psychology is in check, then this would mean that I would pass my third challenge, right? Lose 2 in the first one, lose 2 in the second one, and then win 1 or 2 on the third one. So I want you to take your risk management and not only apply it on the challenges. I want you to apply it on the amount that you have available to invest in challenges. So let's say you have $1,000 available to invest in challenges, and depending on your knowledge, depending on your level in trading, I want you to buy 4 challenges. I want you to buy 4 50k challenges. This will cost you around $250 each, and then you have 4 tries to get funded. Let's say you're not that good yet, you're just starting out, and you still have that $1,000. Buy 10 challenges. Buy 10k accounts or 20k accounts. I don't know what you have for $100, but something like that anyway, and just buy 10 of them. Now the thing that you always need to remember is, okay, if I even pass 1 out of the 10 and get funded and get a payout, because that is the rule, 1 out of the 4 needs to get a payout, not only get passed, get a payout, then I'm good and I can go and make my investments back. But what is very important to remember is that when you lose a challenge, to not lose yourself over it, because this is what you have calculated in. You've calculated in to lose challenges, so it's perfectly okay to do this. Even I, guys, I don't pass every challenge that I take. I lose around 2 if I take 4. And then if I get a payout in the end on 1 of the 2 accounts, I'm a happy man. So that is how I've been approaching this. Now you could also do the assertive way, risk 1% or less, risk 0.5%, 0.25%, but I don't really see the point in that, since it would take you so long to pass a challenge. And yes, you do have all of the time in the world right now, but I still think for your psychology, it's not that great to be stuck in these challenge phases for too long. Then you have your psychology. And with prop firms, it really depends on which one you're struggling with. Is it fear or is it greed? First one, of course, fear will be depending on your drawdown limit. So it will be depending on, I don't want to lose this account, because losing means that I lose all the progress that I made. Losing means I will not have a chance to take that payout. Losing means I will lose the money that I've invested. Yeah, very reasonable reasons to have fear, of course, but really try to figure out where this comes from. Everyone that is fearful created this fear somewhere in his life along the way. So is it pressure from your friends? Is it pressure to do good for your family, for your wife or your spouse? Is it that pressure to leave your work? Whatever it is, there must be something for you that wants this so badly, or for you that something happened in your life that you don't want to lose this account, that you need to prove them wrong, that you need to prove yourself that you can do this. And basically for both sides of the equation right here, fear or greed, there is only one solution, and it's being progress orientated and not outcome orientated. And it is easier said than done, but if you try this and go over this every single day, if you write this down and you will make sure that yourself is aware of this, you will help overcome the problem every day a little bit. So the other side of the spectrum is greed. You want to pass this challenge extremely fast. You want to pass this challenge and you're only focused on passing the challenge. You're only focused on getting that payout. Now this is where you start risking more than 2%, and this is on a day. So whenever I risk 2%, that's it for the day, right? I know which trade I'm taking. It's a very calculated trade, it's an A+ setup, but maybe for you this is different. You start taking 2% because you want to make your losses back. You want to go to that goal as quickly as possible, and you want to pass the challenge as quickly as possible. Now this is not how it works, because if you're going to start focusing on that, you will start taking trades that might even seem a little bit good. because you think, okay, this is going to be a winner and it's going to make me X amount of money, or I'm just going to hold it open for 7-8 hours because then I'm at my goal. It's not the way it works, guys. The market delivers when it delivers, so that's why it's very important for you to focus on the trade and not on the outcome. And the last thing, it is very important to stay focused. Staying focused is like a superpower, not only in trading but in whole entrepreneurship and in the whole business aspect. If you are going at your computer in your pajamas, if you're watching YouTube on the side, if you're eating carbs while you're doing it, drinking sugar, how do you expect you're going to get good results from the market? So what I do to remain focused is I go on an empty stomach, I open the charts, I'm fully dressed, I'm on my treadmill, because I've noticed that staying active really improves my focus. I have some alpha noise music on and I have a timer in front of me. I've programmed myself that I know whenever this timer is running, it is focus work. So for my whole trading session, and this is from 9 to 11 AM London session, I'm focused. Whenever this is done, I'm going to grab a bite, going to relax half an hour, and then I start working on the other businesses. But everything I do, I try to do it as focused as possible, because there can be two people, person 1 and person B. Let's say they both have to read 100 pages. Person A does it in 2 hours, person B does it in 4 hours. Let's say they also have to complete a task for work. Person A does this in 4 hours, person B does this in 10 hours. Now, of course, person A is done before the end of the day, person B is not even near being done yet. How does this come? It is purely about focus. Person A is so much more focused. Person A is reading every single line constantly, over and over again, turning pages, while person B is reading, checking his phone, watching YouTube, grabbing something to eat, and just losing time over and over again, losing focus over and over again. So whatever you do it intentional and do it focused. Now, another thing that can really help you with this is having a routine. And this is where the Trading Central will help you but massively, because you will have a routine in your trading day. By the way, link for that also in the description, free trading journal. I've worked on this for weeks, but I give it away for totally free. Check it out, link in the description. But having a routine also in your day is very important. So like I said, I usually wake up and I'm a person that is really hard on myself, and it's purely because I expect nothing from the best from myself. And then whenever I'm not able to deliver on the expectations that I set for myself, I'm really depressed for the day. This is still something that I can improve on, to being a little bit less emotion orientated whenever it comes to work. But my ideal routine would be I wake up at 7, I start working on my YouTube scripts, then I go over the markets, analyze, I read something, go on with my mentorships, and then work on the other businesses. Basically the routine a little bit zoomed out, right? But create this for yourself. You can do this in Google Agendas, you can do this in your Apple Agenda, you can do this in Notion or on Notes, it doesn't matter. But it is very important that you stick to this. For the people that are still watching, you are now going to create a routine. You're going to work on your strategy. You have a risk management plan in place. You're going to work on your psychology. And if you do all of these 4 things, the only outcome that I can see is becoming a profitable funded trader. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy myself watching these sit down videos, just pure knowledge spitting. So I hope you enjoyed as well. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.